September 2025, the performance of rainfall, various severe weather events, low pressure systems, and the performance of the forecast issued by IMD. So to begin with, I want to mention here that it is a very successful monsoon season 2025 in terms of rainfall activity. Of course, it has been associated with many disastrous weather events in different parts of the country. For the country as a whole, we have the 8% excess rainfall activity or above normal rainfall activity. We have received 937.2 millimeter rainfall against normal of 868.6 millimeter of rainfall. On the right-hand side diagram, if you just look at, rainfall has been quite uniform, becoming normal to excess in different subdivisions, except 3 subdivisions, that is Bihar, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, and Meghalaya. It has been excess in the western side especially, that is northwest India, west central India, and northwest peninsula, and normal in the remaining parts of the country. If I look at the day-to-day rainfall activity based on the data of 1 June to 30th September, we find that many days rainfall was above normal, but it showed a periodic nature, becoming almost 15 days deficient and then 15 days above normal in the month of June. Same was the case in month of July and August. And in September also, in the beginning of September, so especially the second week of September, we have got deficient rainfall, and third week of September, we have got deficient rainfall, and we have got above normal towards the end of the season and also towards the middle of the season. So as a whole, if I just look at that the temporal distribution of rainfall has been quite good for the country as a whole without any long-term deficiency of rainfall activity. Then let us look at the core zone, monsoon core zone, which is most of the central India. So we find that in the diagram given on the left-hand side below that you find that there are 2 dotted lines. One is the green dotted line at the top and red dotted line at the bottom, and that indicates the ±1 standard deviation of rainfall. So if I look at the standard deviation of rainfall and rainfall activity which has occurred this year, but you find that on many days it has been above 1 standard deviation, especially in the month of June and July, commencing around the 16th June, continuing up to 7 July. Thereafter, it was within 1 standard deviation many days in July, and in August, in the past few days, that is, you can say up to 10th August, it was deficient on many days, that is below 1 standard deviation, and thereafter it has become within standard deviation or above the standard deviation on most of the days. The maximum day rainfall activity, if you just look at, it has become more than standard deviation. If you just look at, it has been this week only, and that is on 27th and 28th in association with the depression which moved across India. Now, let us look at different homogeneous regions. As I was telling that June, the rainfall has been 8.9 or 9% above normal for the country as a whole. In July, it was 4.8 or 5% above normal. August, it was 5.2 or 5% above normal. September, it has been 15.3 or 15% above normal. For the country as a whole, if I look at 1st June to 30 September, it is 7.9 or 8% above normal. Now, if I consider different homogeneous regions like say, Northwest India, East and Northeast India, Central India, and South Peninsula, then you find that all the homogeneous regions got good rainfall activity, and East and Northeast India, that is Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, and adjoining areas like Bihar, SHWV, they got, as I saw in West Bengal, they got the deficient rainfall, and deficient was about -20%. So, as and when in the past you look at a very good rainfall year, in such rainfall years you will find that Northeast India gets below normal rainfall, and remaining parts of the country gets normal to above normal rainfall activity. So that has happened this year. So number of subdivisions, if you just look at, actually it is large excess 10%, excess 35%, normal 46%, and deficient has been 9%. And there was no large deficient subdivision in the country. Now let us look at the propagation of rainfall during the monsoon season over different homogeneous regions like Northeast India, Eastern Northeast India, Central India, and Peninsular India. But you find that the rainfall activity over Northwest India was quite good, and it reduced in the month of September, but however towards 15 to 18 September, it was good rainfall activity leading to again cloud bursts, landslides, mudslides, etc. in the hills of Western Himalayan region, that is Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, and Uttarakhand. And of course, in the recent time, there is no such rainfall activity. And again, today rainfall has commenced. Now, if you consider East and Northeast India, it is also deficient rainfall in many days, but there are certain situations or isolated peaks where there has been above normal rainfall activity. In the month of September, you can say after 15 September or so, the rainfall has been deficient. Now, considering the Central India, you will find that many days it was above normal. Various peaks were achieved in different intervals, and especially you can find out one was in July, and then it is again in the month of July. This is month of August, and the main monsoon months has higher peaks of rainfall activity over Central India. In South Peninsular India also, rainfall was active and more than normal on many days and during the season. On the right-hand side is the district-wise rainfall activity. You will find that it was almost uniform across the country except East and Northeast India, where you can find out many red colors or yellow colors. Red and yellow indicates that it is deficient districts. Green and blue indicates it is the normal to excess rainfall districts. So what I find that number of districts having the green, having the yellow and orange is quite less, about 10% maybe. And there are some districts in the South Peninsula, especially the interior parts of Tamil Nadu, where the rainfall has been deficient. Now let us look at month-wise. On the left-hand side is the distribution of rainfall in June. First one you can see here, and the second one is the July, third one is the August, and fourth one is the September. So what I want to say by comparing these four, that continuously June and July saw the deficient rainfall activity over East and Northeast India, especially Bihar, Southern West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam, Meghalaya, and Arunachal Pradesh. The situation improved there in the month of August, but again in the month of September, the same region, Bihar, SSWB slightly improved, but Assam and Arunachal Pradesh continued to be deficient. So in the season, out of 4 months, 3 months, Bihar, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Meghalaya have experienced the deficient rainfall activity. Now, if I look at the Northwest India, you will find that it has been excess in all the districts, and in the especially you can say June, then August and September. In July also, Rajasthan has become highly excess, and remaining parts of Northwest India has been normal. If I look at the Central India has been also quite distribution. You can see blue colors are there in June, July, and September, but in August, Central India got deficient rainfall activity, especially Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Odisha. Now, let us look at week-wise rainfall activity, and what we find that the green bars are the weekly rainfall departures, and red line is the seasonal rainfall departure. But we find that up to the week ending 11 June, rainfall was deficient. After that, rainfall continued to be normal or above normal throughout the year, cumulative rainfall I'm talking about. But when you consider the week-wise rainfall activity, yes, there were deficient weeks after June, that is the most deficient, minus 57.5%. Deficient for the week ending 11 June. We have got 4 more weeks, that is in July and August, 2 weeks. As I was telling you, 2 weeks normal and or excess and 2 weeks of deficient. This phenomena occurred in this season. You can find out that it was 2 weeks in July, that is 16 and 23rd July ending weeks, and 2 weeks in August, that is 6 and 13 August ending weeks. We have got the deficient rainfall activity. Now let us look at monthly and seasonal rainfall activity. Already I have shown you the spatial diagram, and this is just the all India rainfall and homogeneous region total rainfall activity in different months. So this is the time series of rainfall activity from 1901 to 2025. So what you find that in the recent time, rainfall has been normal or above normal. So it is the consecutive 2 years where we have got the above normal rainfall activity, and that is 24 and 25, and 23 it was slightly below normal rainfall activity. So what you find that the rainfall, whatever has occurred this year, that is 937.2 millimeter, is the 5th highest since 2001 and 38th highest since 1901. So therefore it is not a record-breaking rainfall as far as 100 years data are concerned, but recent times we would say this is the 5th highest rainfall activity. So now let us look at rainfall over East and Northeast India. And the top diagram, you will find that rainfall has been deficient or below normal in many years in the recent time. So there is a trend, you can say, since 2020, rainfall is decreasing over this region. And there are studies also, the East and Northeast India rainfall is decreasing over the say past 20 years or so, if we look at the trend. Now, monsoon season rainfall over Northwest India, if we just look at, rainfall has increased in recent years. If you just look at from 2020 onwards, you can find that there is some kind of rising trend in recent time, and we have got more rainfall activity over Northwest India, which needs to be studied why rainfall is showing gradual increase. But however, it was below normal rainfall activity. Now it has become above normal rainfall activity this year. And this is the highest rainfall since 2001. And this is the 6th highest since 1901. So therefore, in one sense, Northwest India has got the higher rainfall, and it has become highest since 2001. Now let us look at the performance of long-range forecast of Southeast monsoon season. On 15th of April, we issued the first stage long-range forecast for the season as a whole. At that time, we told that neutral El Nino southern oscillatory condition will continue during monsoon season. Neutral Indian Ocean dipole conditions are also expected to continue during monsoon season, and snow cover was below normal, indicating that it will help in increasing the monsoon rainfall activity over the country. And we gave a forecast that Southeast monsoon rainfall for the season June to September will be above normal, that is more than 104%. And quantitatively told that it will be 105% plus minus 5%. Now, when you came up for the second stage on 27th May, we told the same and so forecast, and we told that weak negative IOD conditions are likely to develop during the Southeast monsoon season, especially the second half of the monsoon season, we told, or towards the end of monsoon season. And quantitatively told that it will be 106% plus minus 4% of rainfall. So if you look at observed rainfall, yes, neutral El Nino southern oscillatory conditions are prevailing, and Indian Ocean dipole continued to be neutral, but in the month of September it became negative, weak negative, I would say, slightly negative. And then rainfall is 108%. This is 108%, sorry, it is not 108.1, this is 108% of long period average. And then we gave a forecast that what will be the rainfall activity for different months, that also will show you. Then we gave a forecast for the second half of monsoon season, that is 31st July, we issued a third stage, that is August-September rainfall. We told at that time also neutral El Nino southern oscillatory conditions are prevailing over the equatorial Pacific and neutral El Nino conditions likely to continue during remaining parts of the season. And same has happened, neutral El Nino conditions are prevailing. Then we told that there will be the neutral IOD conditions, but it may turn into the weak negative IOD conditions at the end of the monsoon season. And it has happened so. A few days back, we got the negative IOD conditions developed towards the end of this monsoon season. And rainfall forecast, we told that is most likely to be above normal, that is more than 106%, and rainfall has become 110% for August to September. And first half monsoon season, also above normal rainfall activity, that is 106%. Now let us look at the forecast for June. June, we told that it will be above normal rainfall activity, that is more than 108% along period average, and most likely over the country. And actual was 109%. July prediction was more than 106%, that is above normal, and it became 105%. August, we told that it will be normal rainfall, that is 94 to 106%, it was 105%. September, we told that it will be more than 109%, that is above normal, and it became 115%. So by that I will say that we have been able to predict monthly and seasonal rainfall, and also the distribution of rainfall category in different parts of the country. So now let us look at verification of the spatial distribution. So this left-hand side shows the actual rainfall category, that is above normal is blue and normal is green, and orange is the below normal rainfall activity. And the first forecast issued on 15th of April is shown in the middle, and second forecast is on 27th of the second stage, 27th of May, is shown in the last. What you find that we predicted that there will be above normal rainfall activity or normal rainfall activity over many parts of the country, except northeast India and adjoining areas. And mainly, if you just look at that, is the area where rainfall has been less mainly. Now let us look at this is verification for the second half of the season, that is August and September. On the right hand side, this is the forecast. We told that yes, again, east and northeast India will be deficient, and here along the west coast, especially Karnataka coast and Kerala coast, will have deficient, and some parts in Ladakh and other areas also will be deficient. And left hand side, the actual, you can see that most of the cases it has been in agreement or reasonably correct. I'll say it is about more than 80% of area, whether it is monthly or seasonal or bi-weekly, bi-monthly forecast is agreeing with the forecast category. Now, this is verification for the September rainfall. On the right hand side, this is the probability forecast for rainfall of September. We told that yes, and in some parts of South Peninsula and again East and Northeast India and Ladakh and adjoining areas will have deficient rainfall, or the remaining parts will be normal to above normal rainfall activity. And left hand side is the actual category. You can see yes, East and Northeast India has become below normal, and parts of Peninsula, South Peninsula has become below normal, and also it has become below normal over Ladakh and adjoining areas. And remaining part has become either blue or green, indicating normal to above normal rainfall activity. So by that way, September forecast also demonstrates the efficacy of the multimodal ensemble, which is being utilized by IMD to provide this forecast from 2021. And its performance is highly better than the earlier method what we utilized. Now let us look at September rainfall. If you just look at, yes, there is rise in rainfall in the recent time. You can find out, and we find that yes, it has been above normal for last 7 years. Last 7 years, the country as a whole has become more than the long period average. And if I consider Northwest India, yes, it was also above normal in September, and it was 6th highest in 2021, and All India is the 7th highest since 2001. So it is not a record-breaking rainfall, what I want to say. Whatever rainfall you got in September, it is not record-breaking. It is 37th highest in 1901 and 35th highest in 1901 for Northwest India. Now let us look at rainfall for Central India for the month of September. Again, Central India has got good rainfall activity in recent years, if you can find out. And this year also it is above normal, but it is not a record-breaking rainfall. It is the 5th highest since 2001 and 16th highest since 1901. Similarly, East and Northeast India, if you just look at it, has become deficient, and is the second lowest since 2001 and sixth lowest since 1901. So this is the most important, that this, if this year, if you look at different homogeneous regions, East and Northeast India has a record value that is it is the second lowest since 2001 and sixth lowest since 1901. If I compare the previous years, actually, you will find that the lowest has been 1968, and followed by 1912, 2005, 1994, and 1904. So all these years are randomly distributed, and therefore you cannot find a trend in occurrence of the lower value of rainfall in the month of September over East and Northeast India. Whatever recent years you just look at, you can find out the state trend that the rainfall is decreasing over East and Northeast India. Now let us look at what happened to onset. There was early onset, as all of us know, and also there was early completion of the entire country, and it covered the entire country by about say 8 July is the normal date, and it covered by about 29 June or something like that. So it was early coverage of the country, and also early onset of monsoon. And considering the withdrawal, if you look at, withdrawal started on 14th and normal is 17th. So it was nearby to normal date, and now withdrawal has been completed over northwest India. And we have stopped giving any forecast for withdrawal for next 1 week because of the ongoing low pressure system over the Gujarat, and also the expected low pressure depression, which is forming over Bay of Bengal by tomorrow. Already there is a cyclonic circulation. It will be a depression of course again. So therefore, rainfall activity will continue over remaining parts of the country, and hence the conditions will not become favorable immediately for withdrawal of monsoon. Now this is the comparison of the withdrawal dates and onset dates over Kerala, and coverage date for entire country, then withdrawal date of monsoon, and then you can find out that there is no such relationship, and it is quite random. And this year, actually, I have shown you, and compared to last year, it was 30th May when onset took place over Kerala, and covered the entire country by 2 July, and compared to 29th May this year. So what you find that this year has been early onset, has been early coverage of the entire country, has been near normal withdrawal commencement, but the withdrawal over central India, eastern India, northeast India is going to be delayed because of the expected rainfall activity due to low pressure systems developing over Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. Now let us look at heavy rainfall events that occurred in September 2025. So location, June to September 2025. On the left-hand side is the very heavy rainfall events during June to September 2025. And you have got the different color codes for different months like June, July, August, and September. And on the right-hand side, this is the extremely heavy rainfall. That means 20 centimeters or more in different parts of the country in June, July, August, and September. So what I find that central India got more very heavy rainfall activity or extreme heavy rainfall activity in the month of July. And in the month of August, the west coast, especially Konkan coast and Kerala coast, they got more such heavy to extremely heavy rainfall activity. The activity over western Himalayan region, which caused different types of cloudbursts, landslides, etc., has been also quite often during different months, and especially it is June. Then it is August and September, which has seen many such activity over Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal, and Uttarakhand. Now let us look at the significant disastrous weather phenomena. For example, during monsoon season, usually we get the gale wind due to cyclones or the squally winds. Then we get lightning, thunderstorms, and also we get floods because of the heavy rainfall activity. As it was above normal rainfall year, you can find out from diagram that flooding or heavy rainfall situation affected many parts of the country. And at the same time, the thunderstorm and lightning also affected northern parts, especially very often, it including UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and eastern parts of Maharashtra. This is a zone where the thunderstorm and lightning has been quite active during the monsoon season. If I look at the number of deaths, it is, of course, you should accept it with some conditions that these are data collected from various newspapers and state government reports what we have received. It is not completely based on state government reports, and that shows that floods and heavy rainfall caused death of around 935 people, and lightning and thunderstorm occurred death of 570 people. There were 22 deaths during June to September because of the heat waves, and total death was 1528. But I request to collect the exact figure from the concerned state governments and also the concerned central government agencies. Now, let us look at the heavy rainfall that occurred in the month of September. So you can find that the blue dots are the very heavy rainfall events, red are the extreme heavy rainfall events, and green is the heavy rainfall events. You will find that, yes, in the month of September, it occurred almost everywhere. Across the country, there was heavy rainfall activity, and especially the extremely heavy rainfall activity occurred in Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, and Uttarakhand, and also the central part of the country, starting from North Odisha and West Bengal to Gujarat and South Rajasthan. Also, there are some activity over southern West Bengal and adjoining Bihar. So, if I look at the comparison, if I just look at the number of extreme heavy rainfall events, this year it was 41 compared to 96 last year. So that means last year it was more extreme heavy rainfall events compared to this year in the month of September. Similarly, if I compare the very heavy rainfall events, it is 312 in 2025, and whereas you can find out it was 527 in 2024, 377 in 2023, 466 in 2021. Only 2022 it was less. It was 224. So in the recent 5 years, that means the heavy rainfall activity and extreme heavy rainfall activity is a minimum in 2022, and it is a maximum in 2024. Now, I will just mention here the most significant extreme heavy rainfall event which occurred in the month of September. The first one is that is August 30th. August 30th, and that night extreme heavy rainfall over Chennai and cloudburst event. Then we have got extreme heavy rainfall to very heavy rainfall in Telangana, 11 to 15th September, 15th September. Then heavy to extreme heavy rainfall spell over Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, that is 13 to 18 September, which caused floods, flash floods and landslides. Especially I will mention 15 to 16 September night, 13% died and 16 are missing due to torrential rain, cloudburst and flash floods. Of 16, they get havoc in Sahasradhara, in Tapeshwar, in the state of Dehradun. Then heavy to extremely heavy rainfall over Uttarakhand on 16 to 18 September caused flash floods in landslides in Chamoli and Dehradun and Mandi also. Then 17 to 18 September night, major landslides in Kuntari, Lagpali, Kuntari, Lagsarpani, Sera and Durma in Nandan Nagar areas of Chamoli district in Uttarakhand. So people also call it as cloudburst. An extremely heavy rainfall event of 215.4 mm occurred over Kolkata in 24 hours period, recorded 8:30 hours.
Hello, welcome. You're watching Business Today. This is Astha Chopra. Today we have with us Mr. Karan Virwani, who's the MD CEO of WeWork. Karan, first of all, many congratulations on your IPO announcement. And it was lovely that we came here and we had a chance to connect with you.